Hello and welcome to Morning Coffee and Guitar. I'm James. Today I've got this mug which a student of mine gave me many years ago, and it is a picture reveal mug. That is to say, if your beverage is hot, it reveals the picture. But once it cools down, it just turns black. So by the end of this video, you'll see the guitar and the little guitarist will probably disappear. And today I have my Gibson Les Paul standard 1950s model. This I got in 2020, I believe, 2021. It is a 2020 serial number though. And I got this at Southpaw Guitar Shop in Houston. Being a left-handed guitarist, it's nice that there is a shop that caters to us, not too far away. And this guitar is just fantastic. I mean, gosh, when I strike that E chord, just let it resonate. It just seems to go on forever. And I'm at a very low volume here. But, you know, a Les Paul and a Marshall, they go well together. Anyway, yeah, so I have a couple of videos on my channel about this guitar. I have a video when I went shopping for it, and I played several of the Les Pauls they had in stock, and this was my favorite. Also, it's got a beautiful top. I think I said that in the other video. That doesn't hurt. But it just plays great and sounds great. So actually what I wanted to talk about in today's video is not the guitar or any particular piece of music, but about my speaker cabinets. This is something that I enjoy doing from time to time, is building speaker cabinets. So I have an amp head, but all the cabinets I have, which is really just two right now, are things that I've built. And I have a video about this one. This one has a 12-inch speaker and a 10-inch speaker in it. Here, I can pull the cover off. Let me put the guitar down. Velcro. It's wonderful stuff. So over here is a 12-inch Celestion Creamback speaker. The G12M65, I think, is what they call it. This is a 10-inch speaker. It's also a Celestion, and it's a G10 vintage. I paired those up just as an experiment a while back. The cabinet itself is just made out of plywood, so it was a pretty cheap build. And honestly, they sound great together. But I'm always thinking about doing something different. And in here, anytime I play, I have my volume like on 2, so I don't really need 22 inches of speaker. I've been considering putting this 12-inch speaker back in the 1x12 cabinet I built a few years ago. I have a video about that also on my channel. And maybe pairing the 10-inch speaker with something else. I have other speakers laying around. Let me show you. I'll start with this one. This is a 10-inch speaker, and I have another one exactly like it in a box over there. And these two speakers came out of a Marshall combo amp that I had many years ago. It's a JTM 32x10. I love the amp. It had a great, at least in my opinion, had a great clean channel and a great overdrive channle and built-in reverb. It had everything I could ask for and sounded good. But over time, it started crapping out. And the little bit of research I did indicated that that series of amps had an issue with where the heat would be trapped inside. It couldn't vent. So the electronics would go bad over time. And I believe that's what happened with mine. So I had kind of scrapped that amp. I had pulled the speaker board out and I built a little cabinet with just the two tins in it and powered that with a different amp. And I made that with scraps of wood I had laying around. And over time, I ended up taking that apart, and the cabinet itself I actually chopped up, and I made it into dividers for a bookcase I have. Always got to do something different. Okay, so there's these two 10-inch speakers. As I mentioned, I have the 10-inch G10 vintage here, so that's three 10-inch speakers I have, plus the 12-inch speaker. Then the other little guy I have right here in this box, I very recently did a video with this Jensen 6-inch speaker. Tiny, tiny. I made a little board to mount this to, and I put it inside my 1x12 cabinet and just had this 6-inch speaker there. I did an experiment to see, how much quieter it would be with a tiny speaker with the amp cranked. It's a little bit quieter, but this thing is pretty darn loud. I'm thinking about down the road maybe putting together a little cabinet with a 6-inch speaker and a 10-inch speaker. We shall see. But my immediate goal is to put this 12-inch speaker back in the cabinet I made for it years ago. So I wonder how quickly I could get that done. So this is the 1x12 I had built many years ago. I think I did a pretty good job for an amateur woodworker. Oh, okay. And I was surprised how heavy that speaker is. Those magnets, they weigh a lot. Okay, let's do the sustain test with the E chord. I actually think it sounded better in the other cabinet, but it had the 10-inch speaker paired with it, so there were two going. No, it's good. It's not the speaker, it's the guitar. Let me show you the other cabinet that I just pulled that speaker out of. So here it is. First thing I need to explain is the Marshall badge on here. That came off of the JTM 30 combo amp I was talking about. And something I saved, I thought it would be cool on any cabinet I might build in the future. So this one here is all plywood. It's just butt jointed. It was simple and cheap. It has a back panel with an opening. So it's not a closed back cabinet, but some air can escape. I honestly believe open back cabinets sound better than closed back cabinets. So some kind of opening. I'm no audio engineer, so I don't know the science behind it, but just having an opening, it seems to be good. And all of the speakers I have are 8-ohm speakers. There's still the G10 vintage in here. Now there's an empty spot where the 12-inch speaker was. So I had these two wired in series for 16-ohm to plug into the back of the amp. Now I have this one plugged into the 8-ohm input on the back of the amp. All right, well, I think that's a wrap for today's morning coffee and guitar with James. Please leave me some comments below. Let me know what you think. Some suggestions for future content, anything you may be interested in. And hope to see you here again soon. Until next time, I've been James. Have a great day.